Good morning from Los Angeles. Welcome to Power Hour, also known as the Jerry Springer Show. How's everybody doing? What a week, right? Every day there's something going on that makes me think not just about trading or investing, but where we are in this country. It is definitely something to think about, but more importantly, something to ponder about. What is happening? What is going on? So, welcome to Power Hour every Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Trading with Sergio every Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. And if you are a member, you'll have a live stream coming your way every Wednesday. Love doing those as well. It has been an eventful week, to say the least. We had a very public divorce, it seems like, between two BFFs. But then, is it? Is there something else going on? So I'm just going to get into a few topics today, and then, like as usual, I'll share my positions. Had a good week, actually. Can't complain. And but I'm going to start with saying welcome to the new 2025 version of Jerry Springer Show, where we put people on the stage, beat each other up, cuss each other out, and then maybe at the end they hug it out. So what is going on? Mr. President and Elon Musk, this needs to end. This looks bad. It doesn't, it looks embarrassing, actually. I am, I don't want to laugh about it, but it is laughable. At the highest levels of the executive branch, and the richest person on the planet, who I think is a genius, probably socially awkward, I would say. Is he on the spectrum? Is Elon on the spectrum? Probably. But I'm just going to talk about it for a few minutes. The public divorce that we had after only, I don't know, a few months, after Elon put his heart and soul into straighten our national debt with Doge, that's over. I am baffled. To the rest of the world, it probably looks embarrassing, but not that we care about what the rest of the world thinks of what's going on here. And I mean, we all have read it. If you're on Twitter, you have seen a million memes, some funny actually, and some sad. It is definitely something new to me. I'm an immigrant, obviously. Came to this country 30 plus years ago. Went to Wall Street, did really well. I'm blessed to be in this country. But I'm not expecting, I did not expect this to be this eventful, the first 4 months of this administration. And this is not about the Elon President Trump issue. It started with tariffs, then went to the taco trade, as some of you may know. Taco trade meaning Trump always chickens out. I don't know if we can keep doing this. Again, this is not about trading. This is not about investing. This is about how we are presenting ourselves to the average American. Unfortunately, the American public is so polarized and so split up that even this probably is okay to some people. To me, it's not. It's definitely not. You are the most powerful person on the planet, President Trump, and there has to be some sort of decorum the way we handle our business. Not everything has to be public. This is just like a marriage. Not everything has to be public, right? You have private issues that stay private, should stay private. But in this day and age of social media and happy tweeting president, and obviously Elon Musk, who owns X, I just cannot understand why this is happening. Maybe I'm too old world to get it. But yeah, I think we need to just take a step back and see what has been going on the first 4 months of this administration. Again, none of this is political. I'm just voicing my opinion, and I think YouTube is a great place to do so for whoever is watching it, if not for my own sake, get some stuff off my chest, basically. So it seems like punches were thrown yesterday. I do understand Elon's frustration, just like he did when he bought X. Overpaid, obviously, but walked in there with a kitchen sink, fired 7,000 coders or people who, I guess, were not doing their jobs. Is Twitter failed? No, still running with bots galore, obviously, as usual, but it's still running, right? So that means Twitter did not need 10,000 coders or employees. You can do the job with 3,000 people. It is the same thing with every corporation in America these days. I think they have way too many employees doing nothing. So Elon took that attitude and brought it to Washington. Well, after 4 months, he figured out that the good old boys network cannot be beaten. Specifically, it seems like this breakup happened after the BBB, the big beautiful bill, was passed at 2 a.m. on the House floor, which is about to go to the Senate, of which most House members didn't even read the bill, how full of pork it was, and how it could explode our already gargantuan national debt by another $2-3 trillion. And the markets are seeing this, specifically the bond market, specifically the gold market, specifically Bitcoin. They are seeing this. After 4 months of trying and cutting jobs and going in with great expectations of lowering the national debt by $1.5 trillion, the end result ended up being nothing but a whimper. Where are the cuts? And it seems like the good old boys network won. All those senators who've been in DC for 20, 30 years holding their seats, or the House members, all the special interests that does not want the books to be balanced, obviously, won. And Elon said, F off and quit. But while he was saying F off and quit, he also said F off to the most powerful president. Most powerful, president and human on the planet, that I believe. And President Trump is not a person that takes things sitting down. And the nuclear weapons were, the silos were open and nuclear weapons were about to fly. It seems like things have calmed down after 24 hours, but you never know. And so Elon is out at Doge. I think Doge is done. There are not going to be any cuts. National debt's not going to be lowered. Our kids' future is definitely mortgaged now more than ever before. But this showed Elon's good intention of running the government as he does with Twitter or his other companies. He had a rude awakening. You cannot run a country like a corporation. You probably should be able to, but you can't. The special interests, the lobbyists, they have all bought and sold politicians for decades. And that's just not going to change. Kick the can down the road, make all the money we can. That's the other thing that I've been thinking about. To a House member, I think their salary, or a senator, their salary is somewhere between $150,000 and $200,000 a year. When you look at these campaigns last November, these people were spending tens, 20s, 50, $100 million to be elected to these seats, regardless, Democrat or Republican. Why are they doing that? Why are they spending these ridiculous sums of money just to be an elected official and supposedly work for the American people? Well, that's because they have people who support them and buy them, literally. And when they do get to Washington, all they have to do is just pass the laws that their owners dictate. And that's been going on for a while. And Elon went in with the intent of cleaning that up. Elon went in to reduce government spending. Failure. Doge has been a failure. Okay. Well, on his exit, he was disgusted, obviously, and specifically with the big, beautiful bill. And he didn't mince words. But I think Elon's problem is this. I was watching one of his interviews where a lot of advertisers pulled off advertising from X, from Twitter. On stage, he looked Bob Iger in the eye, who happens to be the CEO of Disney, and said, F you. You're not going to threaten me with money. You're not going to threaten me with power. I don't care. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And that's where he's losing as well. So Elon has lost in both counts. When he backed up President Trump during the elections, all the lefties hated him. Okay? Now, he's leaving under really bad terms and going back to his couch, sleeping and working 20 hours a day, which what he probably should have done to start with. Now, the MAGA is hating him. And I think he miscalculated. He miscalculated the power of Washington. He miscalculated the power of special interests and corporations and lobbyists. And now he's learned a little tough lesson. How did he do that? Well, we all know what happened to Tesla stock yesterday. Okay? It had the largest down day in its history. Well, what's going to happen going forward? I thought one of the reasons Tesla was doing well was because he's part of the administration. He's going to get the regulators on his side about his robotaxis and about the Optimus robot. Well, I think all that premium got taken out of Tesla yesterday, and he lost a bunch of wealth. But again, I don't think he does this for money, but I think he needs to understand, and he never will be a politician. He can never be a politician. A politician is basically a snake oil salesman. Elon is just too honest for that. And he speaks his mind, and he loses quite a bit. And he lost yesterday. I'm not taking sides. I don't want to take sides. I think the administration's ideas are fine. We definitely have waste and fraud in the government, massively. We definitely have unfair trade. But I think the pace and the scope that they're doing this is the reason for the failure. And let's look back 4 months. What has happened? April 2nd was Liberation Day. We're June 6th. We have less than a month to go for that 90-day extension to expire. How many deals have we signed? Who has come to the table? Or who has come with their tail between their legs, as the administration puts it? Nobody. Who's going to lose in this? The American public. And that's what I feel for. People need to understand that I'm not the type to give up on these things, but people need to understand that nothing will change in this country. Everybody is for sale. Everybody has a price. That includes the president, probably not Elon. That includes all the politicians. And it's just, it's disgusting. It really is. Nobody's looking for the American people. They make it look like they're looking out for the American people. Nobody is. If they were, we wouldn't have 37 trillion in debt to be 38 in another 100 days. They wouldn't. Not every child, man, woman in this country, including newborns today, wouldn't have $120,000 or $125,000 in debt shackled around their ankles. We can't continue this way. That's a fact. But it doesn't seem like there's a solution for it either. And yeah, I was amazed watching all this unfold on social media yesterday, and I tried to stay away. But this is Jerry Springer. This is a soap opera. This is I have never seen this before. And today continues, obviously. It seems like things have quieted down a little bit, but who knows where the next bomb is going to come from, right? There is, Steve Bannon, who's Trump's ex, I think he was chief of staff in the previous administration. He's calling for Elon's deportation. Elon is saying F you to everyone. Elon is saying that President Trump was in the Epstein files. Why aren't they releasing Epstein files? Is there some misdirection going on? Are these people playing fourth-dimensional chess? And meanwhile, the markets are swinging wildly? Is it what's happening? I don't know. But it's embarrassing. I'm going to end it saying that. This is absolutely embarrassing. And, we're just the peons, just part of the show, I guess. And so, yeah, to summarize things, welcome to the Jerry Springer Show. Yeah, that's how we're running this country at the moment. So, yeah, let me just take a look at the chat. Let's see who's here. Luis, good morning. Vic, good morning. Techie, good morning. Where have you been? Vic, hey, Vic. Manny, good morning. Traveler, I like those eyes always. Manny, hey. Hey, look who's here. Mr. Consultant, I can't come to the chat because I'm too busy. No, I'm happy for you, man. Let's see. Oh, well, most of the members are here. So I do have a members group. Wonderful group, actually. Not only we're getting along, but, we're doing well. They're learning. I think they're learning. And I think they're benefiting. Again, if you do want to support the channel and become a member, please click join. Last time I checked, you're getting me for a Big Mac, not even a meal, just a Big Mac. And you'll learn a lot. We'll laugh together, we'll lose together, we'll win together, but we've done well so far. And more importantly, I want to teach you how to fish. I don't want to give you a fish. So what do members get their own special live stream every Wednesday. Members get a Telegram chat group that's only for members, where I post my trades live. Again, none of this is financial or trading advice, but if you do happen to follow me, you can do your own due diligence, obviously, because what I do is not for everyone. How I trade is not for everyone. And but if you want to become a member, please click join on the channel and you'll become a member, and email me, sergio@sergioavadian.com, and I will send you the link for the Telegram chat group, and you'll join and you'll see what kind of fun we're having there. Manny P says, my PLTR cover call expired today at 110 and 105, so you're deep in the money. Let me tell you something. I think every day, maybe facetiously, I put in the chat, Telegram chat group, did I mention I hate cover calls? Okay. I hate cover calls. I'm in coupled. You guys will see in the positions. They're pinned right at it now, so hopefully they'll get taken away. Manny P, stocks are to be bought and sold. All you're doing is kicking the can down the road. I will not roll over. Let them take it. Don't fall in love with stocks. Stocks are to be bought and sold. You can do whatever you want, obviously. You decided to sell some calls, and I'm sure if you get called away, you're going to make some money. And you roll them to 150, stock drops to 100. How much is that premium going to protect you? I hate covered calls. Done. Yeah. Other countries love to get Elon. Yeah, they definitely would. Look, we need people like Elon in this country. He's a genius. He should live forever, but he has no social skills. You can't go F you to the president of the United States as much as you don't like it or whatever. You just can't do that. There's decorum, there's ethics, there's class. This is class. No class. Cover calls. Yeah, cover calls. Garbage. Cover calls. Yes. So if you know, then why'd you ask me the question? I don't like cover calls. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would just let it go. Well, we'll go to the next topic after I answer this. I don't think Elon should have been surprised. Did you see that knucklehead journalist asked Trump about the taco trade, and Trump said, what is the taco trade? He goes, Trump always chickens out. He'll put the tariff on, but 3 days later, he'll take it back. He'll chicken out. I did a taco trade. Worked out beautifully. Make a couple, $3 grand overnight. I think I'm going to do the taco trade. I don't think Elon should have been surprised, Marcia. Why should he be surprised? I mean, Trump doesn't take punches, man. Well, he will take punches, but he will also punch back. And again, he's the president of the United States. So, not political. All right, let's talk a little bit about unemployment numbers. So today, 5:30 a.m., unemployment numbers came out, and they were better than expected. And that's why we gapped up in the market. But were they really better than expected? Were they? So the economy added 13,000 more jobs than expected, with the exception of, don't forget about the revisions. Last month's number was revised down by 30,000. This is another thing that pisses me off to no end about the Fed, Washington, the CBO, all these federal agencies that come up with these numbers. Are these numbers to be believed? Are GDP numbers to be believed? Are unemployment numbers to be believed? More importantly, are inflation numbers to be believed? No. It's hocus pocus. And none of it is believable. When you say, oh, we beat the numbers, unemployment is doing well, 4.2% unemployment, everything is great. Oh, by the way, last month we're just revising it down. Well, last month when they announced it, that number beat the expectations. This is not making sense. It's moving the markets. And if you're caught on the wrong side, you get your face ripped, right? So what is happening? Who do you believe? Or do you just believe what you see? Which is what I've been doing for a long time now. Which is what? Scoreboard. What I see is what I believe. Meaning, there's a price. There's a stock price. There's an index price. There is a VIX price. There's price. It's price discovery. The market is very, very good at price discovery. Market's going to do what it's going to do. The markets don't give a rat's ass of what you know, who you are, how much money you have, how much experience you have. Price takes precedence. What you see is what you get. That's it. Trade the scoreboard. I have two scoreboards. One is the price of whatever I'm buying and selling. And then one is my net lick, as Tasty Trade calls it, net liquidation value. Happy to say I am literally at a new all-time high in trading equity. Good, not the point. Those are the two scoreboards I watch. The rest, this goes up, that goes down. I have 10 positions. One will go up, one will go down. But what is happening is that it's getting affected by this fake news. Oh, unemployment's doing well. Well, I don't know if it's doing well or not, because you said it was doing well last month, but then this month you revised last month down by 30,000. So overall, did we do well? Are we all down to the headline numbers, our expectations getting beat? Is that what we're doing here? So we can keep pumping, right? You know, truth is the truth. Inflation. Is inflation 2.1%? Are you all seeing that out there? Is your $100 worth the same 100 that it was 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago? Is that $100 buying the same amount of goods it was buying 4 years ago? Because if it was at 2%, it pretty much should. 2% times 4, 8%. You should have only lost maybe $8 out of that $100 buying power. It's a lie. It's bullshit. All of this is bullshit. But market doesn't care. Market, creates price discovery. And at that second, what you're seeing is what you get. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to do anything. But if you don't agree with it, that's when you start creating these personal biases, right? There's recency bias, there's personal biases, and then there is these people who draw lines and do all kinds of things. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But price is looking at you in the face and saying, this is the price to transact at this millisecond. You agree? Great. There's one person buying it, there's another person selling it, two people transacting with diametrically opposite opinions. Because the seller says it's going down, that's why I'm selling it. The buyer says it's going up, that's why I'm buying it. And that makes a market. Let's not argue with the markets. But on top of that, I don't want to keep talking about President Trump, but he's so active and he moves things so much that it's impossible not to talk about it. Okay? So right after that, he said the Fed should cut the rates by 100 basis points. A shock and awe. He said supercharge the markets, rocket ship, rocket fuel. I'm going like, huh? Cut the rates by 100 basis points at once? What has happened to interest rates? The Fed cut the rates 4 times. They're forecast to cut it maybe twice or probably once only this year. Why do we need lower interest rates? According to unemployment numbers, everything is going well. According to inflation numbers, everything is going well. Fed is reaching its mandate, 2% inflation with full employment. Okay. Why does economy is not weakening? It looked like it was going into the, abyss about a month and a half ago when it sold off 25%. The recession odds were going through the roof. And even then, the interest rates did not go down in the country. So Fed cut the rates 4 times, 50 basis points, 25 and 25. And the U.S. Treasury bond market is pricing rates higher. So Fed cut them 100 basis points. You look at that, which was September 18th. From that day on to today, right? The 20-year and the 30-year bond in the US is up 100 basis points as opposed to down 100 basis points. Mortgages are at an all-time high of 7.5%. That's why housing is in the toilet. Nobody can afford a house. Okay. And the Trump, administration or President Trump saying, Fed, cut the rates by 100 basis points. We have all this Treasury refunding coming up, say $9 trillion worth. I've been talking about this. Who needs lower interest rates the most? The U.S. government does. We have close to 9 trillion notes, bonds maturing this year. Well, we cannot just say, I'm just not going to pay for that IOU. Well, no, they're maturing. You have to give these people their money back. They waited 5, 6, 10, 20 years, 30 years. These bonds are maturing. Well, since our house is not in order, since Dodge did not work, since Elon is fired, since kick the can down the road, since the big beautiful bill is coming now with another $3 trillion in national debt added on top of everything else, what do we have to do? We have to issue new bonds. Well, when we issue these bonds, the buyer of these bonds is going to go, okay, what is my return? I'm going to hold this thing for 20, 30 years. I don't want 4.5. I want 5. Okay. Well, if we start paying 5 and the maturing bonds are at 3%, our cost of interest in this country is going up. Just like figure we have this amazing credit card with unlimited credit, right? We keep swiping. And the interest rates just keep going up on that. Like on a personal basis, if you're carrying balances, you're paying 30% interest rates if you're lucky. Well, the U.S. government is not that bad, so they're going to pay 5%. Well, that 5% on average is about 1.5% higher than the maturing ones. That means our interest cost, just interest cost alone in this country this year is going to be about $1.5 trillion with a T. Just the interest cost. How can this go on? How could it go on? Okay? I know we have the endless, bottomless pit of money printers, but how can this go on? Every 100 days, debt going up by $1 trillion. Okay. Interest rate servicing of these IOUs, bonds, notes, whatever they are, treasuries, is 1.2, 1.5 trillion a year. That's 50% more than all the social services we provide in this country. And that's double our defense budget. Literally, that's money put on fire. Like, it doesn't serve any purpose. It goes and somebody's collecting interest on that. I'm not getting it. So President Trump is wrong. Fed is not going to cut the rates. Fed doesn't have to cut the rates. Economy is not slowing down. Look at gold. Gold has made a new high recently, right? Look at Bitcoin hanging in there. Why? Look at bond market. The 20 years are 4.5, 30 years are, is 5%. Why are interest rates not going down? Because we're not going in a slowdown. We don't need lower interest rates. So President Trump saying, oh, lower the rates by 100 basis points, give it a rocket fuel. I'm like, we don't need rocket fuel. We already got the rocket fuel. So, yeah, that's unemployment for you. The hocus pocus. All this continues. Just, oh, great. We have great numbers. Oh, next month when we announce this month's beat, we're just going to revise the other one downward. But nobody's going to pay attention to that. Like, I must be the dumb one in the room, I'm saying. Every time I get an unemployment number or an inflation number, I go to myself, I must be the dumb one in the room. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But, yeah. So that's that. It's it's laughable. It's laughable. It really is laughable. So today's theme is the Jerry Springer Show. We have Jerry Springer Show going live in Washington. And we have Jerry Springer going live on every economic data that comes out of Washington. There you go. Yep, welcome to Jerry Springer. I agree 100%. There is no ifs and buts about it. All right, let's answer some more questions. Yeah, it's true. I don't know. Is he dead, by the way? Is Jerry Springer dead, or is he? I don't think he's doing the shows. Yes, I hate cover call. Okay, I'm gonna go there. I think he had 200 million reasons to think Trump would say nothing. I didn't get that. 200 billion, maybe. I don't know. Hey, Midwest Cannabis, welcome to the show. It's not about jobs. Welcome to the Jerry Springer Hocus Pocus show. Yeah, what are those are those factories being built? Those big beautiful big beautiful factories. And if they do build these big beautiful factories, it's going to be robots anyway. It ain't going to be humans. We're in the age of robotics and AI, man. You know what I mean? I mean, look at a car factory these days compared to like 20 years ago, the GM, or go to a Tesla factory. There's like 5 humans and 5 million robots in there. I see this has hit the nail on the head. I thought initially it was a great idea because we lost our manufacturing in this country after globalization took hold, and those jobs, those beautifully high-paying middle-class jobs, are not coming back. No, they're not, and I've realized that for now. Inflation is definitely fudge. Well, you all should go check. You all have Gemini or ChatGPT these days in your pockets, right? Go Google what's in the CPI basket. It's Consumer Price Index basket. Go ahead, Google it, or go ahead. I won't say Google anymore. I'd say go ahead, ChatGPT it now, because Google, I guess, is losing its search power. I kind of know what's in it, and most of the time these CPI numbers and PPI numbers come out with X food and energy. Why? Because supposedly food is very volatile, and it's like, okay, who doesn't eat, who doesn't buy gas in this country? I don't know. But forget that. Let's go with what they're saying. Go check that basket. Go see what's in it. It's not things that you buy ever. Our rent in there, our car insurance is in there to a fullest extent, because that's where we're getting ripped off, right? No. So, they got this stuff on there. That's why I just look at what's on my screen. I go like, that's the number. The rest is bullshit. Okay. I didn't know. Well, rest in peace. I mentioned him twice, 3 times, 10 times already. Food is 80% of what we spend. Oh, maybe not 80%, but look, if you consider the rent, if you don't own a house, rent, car insurance, that's gone up immensely over what? How much? 40%. My personal. I'm in California, in a hellhole. My personal insurance rates with 3 cars in the house has gone up 42% last year. Am I making 42% more? I better. I mean, granted, because my daughter's driving, she's young, and they jack you up, they rip you off. But what are you going to do? Drive without insurance, get in a crash, and lose your house? No. Same thing with health insurance. We don't have insurance in this country. What we have is we're trying to protect our assets. With the deductibles and with all this shit going on, how my health insurance has $10,000 deductible. What kind of health insurance is that? It's actually called house insurance, because if God forbid, something happens to me and I create a $500,000 bill so that the hospital doesn't come and put a lien on my house. That's why you have health insurance. You don't have health insurance because it's like the best care on the goddamn planet. It's messed up, bro. Everything is upside down. And then you have these senators who've been in the Senate for 30 years. They can hardly chew their food, in the pockets of God knows who run the country. Because I believe that the senators, those 100 people, have more power than the president, more power, because they have no term limits. They've been there forever. And I believe they hold the whole thing, the whole key to this Madness, the rage I'm feeling. Seriously. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So yeah. So let's talk a little bit about one other topic that I want to touch upon. And that will be, actually, I have like two shorter topics. So that will be, one will be Tesla. What is Tesla? What does Tesla do? Certainly there are fanboys of Tesla. Okay. Tesla cannot do wrong. I was talking to, actually, I was on another live stream yesterday. And how many of you know that Tesla has been dead money for the last almost 4 years? Actually, just about 4 years now. You guys know that Tesla 4 years ago in January was $300 a share, and today it's exactly $300 a share. That brings me to the point of my chat group. They have learned something. They have learned two things, which I almost repeat every day. One, I hate covered calls. Two, stocks are to be bought and sold. Period. Those are the two rules. The rest we can discuss. We don't argue, we discuss. So Tesla, dead money. So Tesla, perfect stock to be bought and sold. No ifs and buts about it. Now, let's go into a little deeper. What is Tesla? A lot of people will say Tesla is not a car company. Tesla is an information company, technology company. I disagree. Tesla is a car company because that's the only thing that they have that's bringing in bread. And they do wonderful cars. Don't get me wrong. Amazing. Wonderful. But Tesla is a car company. Is Tesla's valuation ridiculously high? Yes, it is. Are other things getting priced in to Tesla? Are they? Like what? Robotaxi? Okay. Well, now that we had a fallout, we had a divorce, are regulators going to give full self-driving the same treatment as they do to Waymos? Look, that's the future. I have no doubt. So I'm positioning actually myself. I'm trading, the two Chinese Waymos actually quite successfully. So, but the point is, Tesla at the moment, the only thing that's bringing in cash flow, revenue, is the Model Y, the Model X, the Model S, and the Model 3. There's nothing else. Is Tesla expensive at 300? Why is Tesla still 300? Going back to 4 years, literally, go look at a chart. Tesla has been dead money. It had swoons to down to 100 and ridiculous rallies to 450. But basically, ultimately, we're back at exactly 300 for the last 4 years. So if you've been holding Tesla for the last 4 years, you haven't made money. What has the stock market done the last 4 years? Ridiculously well. Okay. But when I say this, people get upset at me. I don't think you should get upset. Now, is Elon Musk a genius? Yes. Is Tesla a wonderful company? Yes. What else is in Tesla? Obviously, SpaceX is not in Tesla. Boring Tunnel is not in Tesla. Neuralink is not in Tesla. What else is in Tesla? What's coming up? Should we price the Optimus robot and the robotaxi into Tesla's price? That is overvalued. Now, with what happened yesterday, now, I don't know if that was a misdirection. I don't know if Jerry Springer's show going to end up in them hugging it out, kissing each other. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Anything is possible at this moment. But one of the reasons I thought Elon was backing Trump was because he truly believed him, obviously, that he's going to make some changes, clean the swamp or whatever they call it. But another reason, I think he's close to the administration so he can get the regulators to approve all these things, because you still need, it doesn't matter what you're producing or what you're making, you need regulators to approve these products, these amazing products, hopefully, that are going to come out. Well, one was the robotaxi. Personally speaking, is FSD better than Waymo? Being in Los Angeles and having been in an FSD, full self-driving Tesla, and being able to compare it to Waymo, it's not even close. right? So was Robotaxi priced in the supposed big fanfare of June 12 release of Robotaxi in Austin with 10 cars with human supervision? Was that priced in? Was that worth like $150 billion? No. Okay. What else we got? Optimus Robot. Are we going to have 2-3 robots when they go down to $3,000, $5,000 a piece in our house, running around doing our errands, driving us and cooking for us and cleaning, all that stuff? Probably. Is Optimus Robot going to be the trillion-dollar idea in addition to Tesla's bottom line? Probably. But when? When? 3 years? 5 years? 10 years? Robotaxi. Is it going to be accretive to Tesla's numbers? When? Don't know. So the Tesla fanboys who have been holding equal, or I'm not going to say holding the bag, because if you bought Tesla 8 years ago, you've done ridiculously well. But last 4 years, it's dead money. So when is this going to come in? And now that we had the fallout with, his BFF, is Trump going to hurt Musk by telling the regulators, not a goddamn chance that the robotaxi is coming around now, not under my watch, or not a chance Optimus Robot is going to be approved by, I don't know if it's the FDA or whoever is going to approve these things, because they're not going to just produce things and just sell them and put them in your house without regulatory approval. So I'm going like, okay, so now we have headwinds. And it seems like all that premium in one single day, one swoop, yesterday got taken out of Tesla. Still 300. I'm not going to say it's expensive. I'm not going to say cheap. But the tailwind that I thought would deserve the premium in Tesla, because look, Tesla as a car company is worth more. You guys should know this. Worth more in market capitalization than Toyota, BMW, Mercedes, whatever you can come up with, Nissan, put together. Should it be? A GM, by the way, Ford, all of that. Like 6-8 companies put together is not even worth a Tesla at 300. Should it be? Why is there such a premium in Tesla? Again, I don't want to piss anybody off, but is the premium justified? Well, Mr. Market said yesterday, no. We're going to take all that out. Well, now we may even have headwinds. Now all these wonderful products that are going to improve humanity may be delayed. Are they? I don't know. Is this all a facade? Is it all part of the Jerry Springer show? That would just get everybody excited and have pick sides and, go at it? Or is it really yesterday was some structural damage done to Tesla? We already know what happened when he was backing Trump. All the cars were getting firebombed, or the dealerships were getting firebombed. All the tree huggers who bought his cars and loved Elon, they loved him. Nobody's buying Teslas around the globe now. And now he left in those terms, and all the MAGA people who were thinking of buying a Tesla, even Trump said, I may sell my Tesla. What is happening? The president of the United States is saying, I may sell my Tesla. Who cares? I'm just, am I the only dense one here? Am I just losing my shit at this age now? No, I don't think I am. So car sales are in the toilet. Last earnings report, horrible. They pumped the stock again because with the expectation of robotaxi. Even if the robotaxi came around, when is it going to be accretive? When? 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? I don't know. So all these things, yeah, I think Tesla's dead money for another 3 years probably. But Tesla is a wonderful trading stock, as was evidenced with my option chain on the put side with the options expiring today was something to watch. Seriously something to watch. So, if you don't understand options, you would have understood what's going on. But, Tesla continues to be dead money. And there are believers in Tesla that it's going to be, most valuable company on the planet, maybe one day. But all the goodies that they had that required this premium to be pumped into the stock was taken out, and maybe some more will be taken out depending on what happens to the two buddies, Mr. President and and Elon Musk. So let's answer some more questions, and then I'll go to my charts. Ayn Rand is active today. We always YOLO and so yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing well. Hey, man, once in a while, show up in our chat and say, hey, what's happening, folks? Are you guys alive? Forget about trading. Yeah, well, weekends are tough. Come with some ideas, bro. We're running out of ideas. Although we have, so on the chat group, what we're doing now, we're going with the member group. We're going with the basketball analogy, okay? So this is what we're going to do. So I know when I'm hot. So when I'm hot, follow me. Give me the ball, right? Like Steph Curry. He's going to keep shooting. But then we have so many really good members, educated members, newbies, whatever, all types of people, that we know who's about to get hot or who's hot, right? That's why it's not just me putting my trades on there. Everybody is putting their trades on there now. And then we're just collectively now, right? We'll have 60 sets of eyes and 30 brains. We're putting them there, and we all benefit, right? All for one, one for all. So whoever has the hot hand, we follow him, right? That's it. That's what we're going to do. So if I have a hot hand, and I know when I have a hot hand, we press. If Vic has a hot hand, we press. If Doug has a hot hand, or if Marcio has a hot hand, we just follow them. Because certainly I'm not hot all the time. Guaranteed I'm not hot all the time. So, yeah, that's where we are. And if there is anything else you guys want me to talk about it. Yeah, I'm fascinated with the Jerry Springer show that's going on. So without further ado, let's go into the positions. Let's see where we are. Again, none of this is financial or trading advice. You guys can see this, I hope. All right, that's where we are. What do we have? Dabbling into Webull. BULL is the symbol. I put on, I sold some puts, $12.50 puts. And with that credit, part of it, maybe 20% of the credit, I bought a call debit spread going out to July 18th, sorry, regular expiration. So that's where that position is. I post these positions every Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the community page. You're more than welcome to check it. Full transparency, nothing to hide. Yeah, so that's that. EVgo, long 5,000 shares. Sold call twice. This is the second week. I'm selling weekly calls 7 to 10 cents, lowering cost basis. Average cost 370. Stock is right about 4. I have, obviously, what do I have? Why do I hate cover calls? This morning it goes up to 412, but yeah, I'm covered with the, June 6th, today's expiration, $4 calls that I think was 7 cents a couple days ago. You guys may laugh at that 7 cents, 10 cents, but on a 370 cost basis, that's like 3% a week. So it's like an ATM machine. So yeah, it's 396 bid, 397 offer. Am I going to get called away? I don't know. If I do get called away, bye-bye. Have a nice day. This position, this stock, I really, really like a lot. I had a massive day yesterday. Actually, I had a really 4% green day yesterday due to just the stock. Oscar Health. What do we have there? We have synthetic, flat out synthetic, no debit spreads. I'm short to 25 puts, July 25 puts. I'm long to July 25 calls. Position up about 3,500. So these are the cost prices, and stock had a massive day yesterday. Like I said, got up to 1670. It was up about close to 20% and settled up about 10%. Like the company, fundamentals are great, earnings were good. I bought it right. I did the synthetic. I'm looking to add to it for sure. And what do? We taught that to our members yesterday out of the blue. I went and sold today's expiration 17.5 calls on Oscar for a single day, and I collected $250 because I sold them at 10 cents. So what does that do? You're all going to go, oh, Serge, $250 here, $300 there. Yes. What does that do, folks? That's $600 in 2 days I took in on 2 stocks that I have a position on. That's not going to create more strain on my buying power. $600 cash. Those all add up at the end of the year. Those all add up. So those are going to expire worthless. I was going to hold the position anyway. So I sold the 17.5 calls expiring today against my 15 long July calls. And I'm short the puts, looking definitely to add 1565. I think that stock is easily going to at least 18 to 20 by the time July comes around. This was an interesting position, but I think it's definitely something that worked out. I'm glad it did. A lot of you followed me here. I was in a pair trade. So Pony AI is a Chinese autonomous vehicle manufacturer maker. They have a deal with Uber. But stock got way ahead of itself, bought puts, turned them into put credit spreads, got out of the puts when they got in the money, rolled them down to 12.5. So now I'm going to hold the 12.5 until expiration. These expire, the 12.5 expire June 20th, but I'm also long the last 5 of, I was long 65 puts actually of the 15s. Obviously, I took profits on those. And now I'm keeping the 45 naked puts by themselves. Nothing to do. Just wait 10 more days for it to expire worthless. But if they do get down to maybe, 10, 20% premium, I'll buy them back. You guys see TSLL, but with zeros. So, of course, we YOLO'd into this yesterday and turned out to be wonderful. I bought 90 calls. Well, members know it. About 90 calls with an average cost of 62 cents. And this morning I sold them at 75, 80, 85, and 90. Beautiful trade. Buys lunch, I guess. Yeah, that worked out really well. And last but not least, keep trimming this position. WeRide, which is again another Chinese autonomous vehicle maker, big deal with NVIDIA, big deal with Uber, expanding into 15 cities around the globe. I like the stock quite a bit, and in fact, I had 4,000 shares with the cover calls. Now I'm only down to 2,000 shares. I will start selling some 7.5 puts on this. I would like to own this again, back to 4,000 or 5,000 shares. So that's where we are. That's where the positions are. Pretty clean. Webull, I think, could be the surprise winner. And obviously, if I get called away EVgo, I'm going to let it go. I don't think Oscar is going to jump to 17.5 by the close. And, Webull is a brokerage, right? Hood may be going into the S&P 500 today. But by the way, when Webull went public through a SPAC, stock went from 9.5 to 80. No joke. I'll show you guys the chart. And in fact, let's do that. Let's go to the charts. Let's see what we have going. Market's close to all-time highs. This is the SPX. Yeah, we bottomed. Above all the moving averages, grinding higher now. VIX is going lower. There may be a potential here with a little bit of bearish divergence in MACD. I'm really watching it close. So to jump on some puts. This was the old high. That's where the MACD was at. We're making new highs with non-confirming MACD, just like we did here. Now we may have a pullback, just like we did here. So on MACD, you got to watch for bearish divergences. So that's that. This is triple Q. Same thing, grinding higher, literally 1%, not even 0.5% from all-time high. The uptrend actually is still valid here. So erased the uptrend on the SPX because it got violated, but then it held anyway. So that's that. So let's go through my positions. This is Webull. BULL. Did you guys see that? Hit 80. First day when it came public through a SPAC. This is the SPAC period. $10, $80. And I'm selling 12.5 puts, buying 15 calls and selling 25 calls. If I do get assigned, sometimes I'd sell aggressive in the money puts because I want to get assigned and take more premium. So I took in overall $2 credit when I did that trade. 12.5 minus 2 is 10.5. Do I mind owning a few thousand shares of Webull at 10.5? No. That's the intent. But if it does rally and then I don't get assigned, okay, that's fine too. This is EVGO, 5,000 shares of EVGO. Consolidating on these labels, man. Oh my God. Hold on a second. Okay, so stock's going sideways. I bought it on the up day when earnings came out. Really good earnings. Stock is hanging in there. Accumulated 5,000 shares. Actually, with the 2 calls, if they expire, worthless. My cost is down to about 350 range. You know, we're about 4. Next leg up, there's a gap up here, about 565. We may get there. If I don't get called away, I'm just going to keep it. That's it. There's nothing more to do. And I'll sell more $4 calls and lower my costs some more. This is Oscar Health. That's where the big move was yesterday. Huge volume. This was the huge volume. They gap up. Great earnings. Great fundamentals on the stock, really. I think 18 is easy. 23, 24 range, if not by July. But then if I'm deep in the money, I will exercise and, you know, take the stock over. So giving myself a lot of choices. I'm short the 15 puts and long the 15 calls on a synthetic. And this is the 3-year of Oscar Health. No, it's 1 hour. Actually building. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful bull flag we're building here. 3-year. Yeah, I mean, stocks, I think, is ready to go. So good position. We'll add to it. That's that. Well, what else were we looking at? Oh, Pony AI. So this was the pair trade. Short Pony AI, long WRD. Now I am basically short the puts. Now I actually turned the put. I just pretzeled this position all over, made money on the long short side with the puts. Sold some 12.5 puts to take in some more money. And now I'm completely unbalanced. I'm long just 5 puts and short 45 puts. Do I mind getting put this at 12.5 minus $1? That's my cost. Absolutely not. And yeah, that's where we are. If the puts expire, worthless, great. If not, no big deal. And TSLL was not a YOLO trade, really. I think it was a well-done trade. Massive down day, huge volume. Bought the next week's expiration, next Friday expiration calls at 62-cent average. Chucked them all out today. And we ride. So long we ride, short Pony AI. So this is when NVIDIA announced that they own it. Stock went from, actually came public, was going sideways. NVIDIA said they owned, I think 2.5 or 3% of the company. One day shot up to 44, then died. And this is where I started selling puts and buying the shares, actually. This whole position started about 7 range with a covered strangle. If you don't know what a covered strangle is buy the shares, sell the puts, sell the calls. And I just bought the covered calls back. And that's where we are. So let's go through some Mag 7s. Apple. Still consolidating. Not much going on there. The 2 Mag 7s that are doing the most fantastically are Microsoft. New all-time high today. And Netflix. New all-time high, I'm pretty sure. Yep, pretty close to it. Meta is doing better than most, and Google is a lagger. I like Google. I bought it in my long-term investment account. I got lucky about 153 range. Long-term investment account, I'm long Google, I'm long Kava. I'm about to sell cash secured puts to buy more Kava. I'm long Nike. I bought them all, luckily, on the low end, really, like pretty close to the lows. And I have Unity software. I'm up about 20% on that. So all of them are up actually 20 to 30%. But again, keep your investment account separate from your trading account. A lot of the quantum stocks are moving today, such as ARQ Quantum. Actually, that's a nice looking chart. You know, I like these patterns, like they go sideways, break out on high volume, consolidate, and then, you know, retest. I think ARQQ is a good one. Qubit is another one. See, all these, they had massive runs. They ate it, went sideways. You don't look at it, but then when they start moving, you definitely pay attention to it. Another one is RGTI, Rigetti Computer. That actually pulled back. That may be a decent buy point right about now. And QBTS, D-Wave, look at that, right? So these are the types of patterns that I really like trading. Archer Aviation is exactly where we could buy it, actually. Today, probably, if not today, Monday is going to be the day. We're right on the 50 EMA. And that's that. What is happening in the background here? Oh, this is what's happening. What is this garbage? Okay, I just need to turn this thing off. Okay, let's go through some flyers. Palantir. Who was it that asked me about Palantir? Yeah, let it go, man. You know, actually, Palantir is just going sideways. I think Palantir, you know, naked strangles would be great on Palantir. Like sell the 100 put calls and sell the 150 calls, puts and calls, and then just let them decay to zero. Robinhood, huge hopes that it's going into, and it looks like it is, up another 4.5 at 77. Well, I'm not going to say definitely. We'll find out after the close if it's going into the S&P 500. Well deserved, wonderful little company. Not little anymore. It's $70 billion. I'm actually sad that it's gone, because it's not going to outperform the market anymore. It's just going to be a market performer going forward. Because once you're put in the S&P 500, you go up and down with the market, pretty much. And Hood, yeah, great, wonderful. And what else? We got CoreWeave, CWVE. Is it CWVE? Nope. CWEV. Hold on a second. CoreWeave. CRWV. Never mind. Dyslexic. CRWV. I mean, hello there, right? I'm actually, if this retests a high or makes a new high, I'm definitely going short this thing without hesitation. If you guys have any questions, please put them up. SoFi is always a favorite. Stock's doing well. Top of the range again, but just kind of consolidating before it breaks out. Once it breaks out, this thing is going to retest a high at 18.5. So we just got to wait. Due to what happened with the divorce yesterday, you know, Rocket Lab is doing well today. And so did ASTS yesterday, because these are all SpaceX's competitors. Beautiful charts. I mean, this has been just consolidating for a while. Next breakout, this thing is gone. So keep an eye on this for sure. I like Lemonade quite a bit in the right space, insurance space. See, these are the patterns that I'm talking about. You know, go on top of the range now, 39. Any pullback to 35, definitely time to buy. There's also a massive short position in the stock. What else? What else we got going? Let me look at my list if I want to mention anything else. Affirm, yeah, that's actually kind of outperforming now. I like BE quite a bit. Actually, I like it a lot. I like these stocks that are going sideways and then decide to move. I like them quite a bit. And market has just taken off. I had a little pullback. Did we have a pullback? Let's see. This is a 2-minute chart. We pulled back to MBC, didn't we? Yep. Actually, MBC was 6,000. Look where we are now. Now we're walking towards the high of the day. Every dip is being bought. We're back to normal. TLT. This is the 20-year inverse interest rate indicator. Bond market's not buying it at all. Look at it. We're at 5% on the 30-year, 4.5% on the 20-year. Bond market's not buying any of it. And then President Trump says, cut the risk by 100 basis points. And Jay Powell is like, It's like more Jerry Springer show over there. This is gold. Consolidating. Next leg up, what, 4,000 in gold? Yeah, sure. This is IBIT, which is BlackRock ETF, straight up ETF. Why is Bitcoin hanging in there? Yeah, because just kicking the can down the road. We're not doing anything. There are some candidates that may go into the S&P 500. One of them is AppLovin. Look, these stocks had like a 360s all over the place. 525 down to 200, back to 420. I mean, if you can't make money with these things, I don't know. What else? What else? Yeah, that's about it, honestly. I mean, you know, we're back in the bull market, so we're about 1% off all-time high in SPX and very close on the triple Qs. Let's see. I'm pretty sure we're going to make a new high, all-time high, and then we'll see what happens then. Yeah, let's see if there's anything else worth mentioning. I'm flipping through my watch list. MicroStrategy. What am I? Of course, MicroStrategy. Moves with Bitcoin consolidating before it takes a snap higher. I don't trade MicroStrategy. I definitely don't trade Bitcoin. I trade MSTU, which is the 2x ETF of MicroStrategy. Actually, it was 10.5, pulled back down to about 7.5 now. That's the slippage that we talk about. On the next move on MSTR, meaning Bitcoin gets up to 125, makes a new high. This thing is going to be probably 450 to 480, and MSTU will be over 10 again. So that's that. Oklo shorted that beautifully. Well, now it's up 3. Massive secondary coming up. Shorted that, actually made good money on that. Oscar we looked at. Palantir up 7 we looked at. Pony AI we looked at. There's not much really going on, honestly. Yeah, Rigetti may be something that I'm actually doing it now. Yeah, all the other ones are rallying. This will rally back to 15, 16. Yeah, I think Rigetti maybe buying some $10 calls or do a call debit spread, 10, 15s. It sounds about right. And yeah, that's the watch list. Soxel. I remember we bought this thing at like 7.5 or something, 8, and we're at 20. Of course, Tesla. Yeah, that was a massive day. Just ridiculous. The highest volume in the last 3 years. And when I did say Tesla dead money, and some of you argue with me, this is 3-year Tesla. This goes back exactly 3 years right here. That's 3 years. Exactly the same price as it was 3 years ago. I think it's actually 4 years it's been dead money. But beautiful trading stock. Yep. This is 2021. January of 2021. Over 4 years now. Stock is 290. Today we're at 300. That's it. So stocks are to be bought and sold. In between, it had massive runs up, massive runs down. Yeah, that's Tesla for you. And I think it's going to be dead money for a while. So where's my buy point on Tesla? I don't know. We get down to maybe 250, 230. Goodbye. Not goodbye, but it's a good buy. And sure enough, it's a beautiful trading tool. Nothing more, nothing less. Don't get emotionally involved with these things. What else we got here? United Healthcare. I don't know, man. Is the next shoe about to drop on this thing? I don't want to mess with this, honestly. It'll just wipe you out. Yeah, that's about it. That's where we are. And hope you're all having good weeks, trading weeks. Let's get back to the front screen, answer some questions, and then say goodbye. All right. RCAT. Okay, I'll take a look. Let's take a look. RCAT, RW, they're both doing well, I'm pretty sure. RCAT. Red Cat Holdings. Yeah, nice. Yeah, we'll put that on my watch list. That's a nice chart. I like these patterns. These are my favorite patterns. You just go up, go parabolic, eat it, consolidate. All the bag holders get out, consolidates, and then next leg comes up. Just like it's happening with ARQQ, just like it's happening with Qubits. And that's why I want to buy a Rigetti. That's it. Yeah, nice looking chart. Patience. Yeah. Just got to stay patient, man. Let the market work for you. No need to chase things. Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Much appreciated. Thank you for the support. From now on, this is going to be called Power Hour, also known as Jerry Springer Show. Anyway, no, Power Hour every Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, every Monday, trading with Sergio. I may do more, actually, more live streams, just impromptu live streams. So with that said, please subscribe, please put a thumbs up, please share, and turn on notifications so you know when I'm going live, because I may just do like go live for an hour, half an hour every day or whatever. But the two anchors are Monday, Friday, Trading with Sergio and Power Hour, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Please become a member. It's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. The members will attest that it's worth it. They have learned so much. Every day I'm putting tools in their toolbox, and we're doing well. And to become a member, email me, sergio@sergioavedian.com. I will send you the Telegram chat group. Go to the community page Monday, Wednesday, Friday. None of this is trading or financial advice. Do your own due diligence. Because by the time, like the Tesla position, I bought it yesterday, you wouldn't have known unless you remember. And this morning I sold. You see the Tesla with zeros there because I already bought and sold it and made money with it. But again, I'm fully transparent, nothing hidden, gains, losses, all there. And that's about it. So, RCAT's a recommendation for me. Okay, thank you, Vic. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a nice looking chart. Yeah. So have a great weekend. I will see you guys on Monday, and stay healthy and enjoy yourselves.